What is up, folks? Small OneHive Genesis are back with a brand new video, as usual. And today, I'm actually going to be showing you kind of process we go through, preparation, the planning, the whole process in 3-starring Town Hall 10s. Jake actually does a similar kind of thing on his own channel, Death the Town Hall 10 series. But I'm going to kind of bring my own commentary to it, bring my own thoughts to it, and go through the Town Hall 10 triples that we get in Genesis. So I'll be back in just a few moments with the replays. Alright, so the first replay we're going to look at here is MyNamesNotRick. He's obviously a Town Hall 9 going in on their bottom Town Hall 10. He's just coming in with a scout here. He's just kind of finding the lay of the land, working out how things are going to go for someone to come in with high-level heroes. And you can, looking at the base, we can see it's kind of low-level Town Hall 10, got those level 1 Infernos, but otherwise kind of max Town Hall 9 offense, got the extra Town Hall 10 defenses, the extra Expo, the extra Archer Tower, etc. But that's basically it. We couldn't get any more Town Hall 10 triples in this war, unfortunately, so a bit disappointing on that front, but we're going to show the process here nonetheless. So if we look at the composition, MyNamesNotRick has brought three zaps there and a quake, and he's going to take out one of these Infernos. This Inferno here, actually, I think he was looking to get the air defense as well, because they're obviously very close together. But he doesn't end up getting it. We'll watch a replay in a minute. And then he's going to queen walk the other side of the base, try and get some value for her. But we can see it doesn't quite work out, but get some very important information for the later raids. So let's go ahead and watch. So at the start, we're going to see this Zap Quake come in any moment. Drops the Quake first, followed by the 3 Zaps right on the Inferno. Gets the Inferno taken care of, but doesn't quite get that air defense. You can see it's got a smidgen of health on there. Nothing really in it. Drops the Giant there and the Wizards. I'm not really sure what that was about. Mainly for funneling, I guess. They get that barracks down. Then the Queen comes in, and I think Rick wants the Queen to walk from 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And you can see kind of by the positioning of his healers, he wants her to go that way. But she actually ends up going the other way. So he kind of improvises here. After the Queen moves in this direction, drops down the Giant, drops down the Wizard for funneling, and then drops the Wall Breakers in on this corner. So 3 to open that wall, brings her in. She does do the CC, so he's going to take care of that with the poison. Poison out the archers. Take care. We can speed this up because it's that, the Hound takes a little while to take it down. Big time sink. But there you go. He takes down the Hound. That pops. A couple of minions, which we see a lot to kind of clear the pups out of the way, defend the healers. Then the Queen's going to move into this compartment where I'm not sure if Rick uses the rage there. The healers are in range of the air defense at this point, but that was obviously because of the positioning, expecting her to go the other way. But she does get in. She's going to take care of that air defense, and I think she's going to take care of the Queen, which is a really important smidgen of information here. You can see the Queen engages, and she takes care with the ability. Now, he's got the King moving in. Don't think he planned the King to come in here at all. So the King is basically going to get nothing, going to get that Wizard tab. Obviously cannot get to that air defense without the jump. And the Queen is locked on the wall. The Inferno is going to take her out. So at this point, he knows it's kind of over. The scout hasn't exactly gone to plan. So he's just kind of spamming in loons, hounds the rest of the base, getting as much information as he can, finding out where those traps are, where those Teslas are. He does unearth quite a lot. Doesn't get any information on this side of the base, but it's still, especially at the start, important information for the later raids. So let's get out of this and get into the next attack. So attacker number 2 is none other than Hell. And he's going to come in on this base with full designs on 3-starring. He's not scouting, he's going for the full triple attempt here. And he does end up getting very close. But a couple of things end up going against him. You can see he's bought, I guess that we should first point out the differences between Hell and MyNamesNotRick. And Hell's obviously at the Town Hall 10 level. He's got that. He's got those 4 extra Queen levels. He's got the extra spell space, the extra camp space, the high level troops, and the high level spells. You see, he's brought 2 lightnings and a quake, and he's gonna try and do the same thing as Rick. Not go for the same Inferno though. Try and go for this one over here, because he's going to do exactly the same walk as Rick, because he now knows that he can get the Queen from this compartment in here. But he doesn't, funny enough, he doesn't actually end up getting the Inferno with the 2 zaps and the Quake. He thinks probably something to do with the timing of the spell deployment, because really, those max spells should get that level 1 Inferno, but it doesn't end up working out for him. But he does really well to kind of adjust, go with the plan, and work it out anyway. So let's go ahead and watch how Hell does it, and what we can learn from the raid. So he's going to drop the Giant down at the start, just tank for all those point defense, make sure he gets the Funnel Wizard down, and to lure the Clan Castle out, so the Queen can deal with it well out of range of any of the defences, get that taken care of quickly. So he doesn't need a poison for it, because the Queen can just shoot out those barbs, shoot out those archers. Hell drops a couple of barbs to take care of those extra archers. So it's just Queen on the Hound. That's going to go down slowly, obviously just the time sink there. And then comes down the 2 zaps and the Quake, but doesn't quite get that Inferno. You can see it's got a smidgen of health on there. Don't know whether he got the numbers wrong, or whether it was the deployment speed, or whatever the deployment like Hell thought it was. But that was that. Doesn't quite get the Inferno, but he carries on anyway. Gets a Giant down to tank with the Wall Breakers in behind. It's already funneled off with the minions, because he's going to get, I think he gets his King coming in the same place. I can't remember exactly. But the Queen does go down there. She's going to come in towards the opposition Queen and take her out, just like we saw on Rick's earlier raid. So she's going to work her way in slowly, takes out that Dark Elixir drill, then moves into the pocket, drops the rage down because she's got 3-point defense on her, but she's going to take care of them in short order. There goes the cannon. Then she's going to move in, take care of the storage. The air defense does get on her healers, but she's going to take that down. Does get in range of the Inferno. But you can see what happens here is quite clutch, because she does have to pop the ability. Hell does have to pop the ability, takes out the Queen, takes out the Skellies. The Queen is still in danger though, still in range of the Inferno. I think he did actually plan to break the King into this compartment. He does end up coming back around, just take out a few defences in there, but because of the dodgy deployment, doesn't get as much as he probably would have hoped. And the Queen there just moves out of range of the Inferno, so she stays alive, which is clutch, because she's going to break through that wall and then take care of that Inferno. So he's got the kind of different loon deployment coming in. Obviously got more loons than Rick had, and a load of haste to speed them up through this area. High DPS, all the Teslas. Then has the freeze for that last Inferno. And it looks good at this point. The last Hound does go down, but he's got a whole slew of balloons coming in. The Queen's still up. She engages the King here, so that's a bit of Queen on King action. But the balloons coming in strong. They just have to work their way over to the last side of this base. And it looks to us watching that, this is going to be 3 stars. Hell's got this in the bag. He was confident going in. Felt really good about it. But because he didn't have much cleanup, he hasn't got that many pups around. The Queen's kind of line-locked in the middle here, can't get out towards those outside buildings. Hell just ends up running out of time. We can speed it up. See, the loons are really slow-moving, doesn't quite have enough pups. If he had a wizard, maybe, it could have been a different story, but doesn't quite get the job done. That storage in the middle there is going to stay up, and a load of buildings in the corner. And Hell ends up with a heartbreaking 96. So I'll be back in a second with actually the last raid that gets a 3-star. Give me 1 second. See you in a jiff. Alright, so here we are with the final raid, and this one does actually get the triple. It's Megan Mo Money. You've seen her plenty of times in Jake's videos. She was over this war to help us out, and she gets the all-important 3-star. You can see the difference in the comp. She just departs with the zaps, says, I'm not going to fiddle around with those. I'm just going to she actually brings the king with a jump in exactly the same spot to make sure she gets the Inferno. But with obviously those max heroes, much high level heroes, she's more confident with them. She knows they're going to get more than the previous attacks have. So that's basically what she's going to do. She's going to go exactly the same walk as we've seen before, but then just kind of use her spells more wisely, get more out of them. So let's go ahead and watch the triple. Play. There we go. Okay. What we're doing, Megan. There we go. Drops the giant for the clan castle, like we've seen, and the wizard just to create the funnel there. Out come the archers and the hound. Queen's going to go down any second. There she goes once the wizard goes down. And the healers. Drops the barb there just to take care of the extra archers, which is nice. Only the one barb this time, so already being more efficient than hell. Then come down the minions like we've seen before for the funneling. They're going to make sure the king comes into the right place, which we'll see later in the raid. But there comes the extra minion just to protect the healers. The queen's going to take care of the rest of the pups, and then she's going to move in on this walk. The giant and the wall breakers, they do get smashed by that little bomb, but they do end up surviving, probably because of the level of the bomb. Didn't end up killing them. Fortunate there for Megan. But she moves in here, like we've seen before. The queen has I don't know if she has the same order, but she ends up going into the same place at the base like we've seen before. Takes out the cannon, then I believe goes around the corner. Yeah, there she goes. Megan. Oh no, she does go back for that wizard tower, but does end up going to the right place. Has to drop that rage down, so the queen doesn't get much use of that rage herself. The healers get most of it, but she's obviously got much higher DPS. That level 40 queen. And she takes care of all these point defense, just like we've seen before. As soon as that cannon goes down, the king comes in with a jump. His job is to get in there, take out those defenses, that trash, and get in there after that Inferno. So we've seen all this happening before. The queen does get taken on by the Inferno, but she pops the ability there when the enemy queen gets in range, takes care of her, takes care of the skeletons, gets that health boost, and then she's actually got the jump here, so she can access the Inferno with the king. So going to rage the king up there, gets the Inferno down with the queen. So the queen's going to stay up, which is key. Then in come the rest of the loons. 2 hounds. She's got the hastes coming in fast, so she's going to push the loons through the base really quick. You can see, still in her camp, she's got that one wizard like we talked about that could have been key in Hell's Rage. She's got that saved. But in come the loons, completely hasted up. Early freeze, but she's got the rage there as well. So the loons are going to collapse onto this last Inferno, and there's far too many of them there. They're too fast. The Inferno just can't take them all out. Does take down that archer tower on the end there. Loon's coming through in exactly the same way, but she's still got the heroes up, still both of them up, doing cleanup around the edge of the base, which is key. Not locked like Hell's Queen was, and he's got Megan's also got that all-important wizard there. So she's going to get this done in much quicker fashion, much more convincing fashion, get that all-important 3-star like we talked about, had that kind of haste down there to move the balloons quicker. Great 3-star by Megan. Great job to you, girl. Well done indeed. And great job to everyone involved on getting that 3-star. So hopefully bringing more 3-star attempts, more 3-star kind of processes, preparations, planning, whatever you want. We're going to get more of those too in our next Arrange Wars. I hope you have enjoyed this video. This has been Smorg. Over and out.